Something brought you here, not by accident, not by coincidence. Chosen one. If this message found you today, it may be because something important is about to shift in your life. Something big. Something that has been quietly preparing itself behind the scenes of your journey. Take a moment, breathe, and listen closely, because what you are about to hear may explain the strange feelings you've been carrying lately. The sense that something is changing, even if you cannot yet see it. You may have felt it in subtle ways. Moments of deep reflection, sudden realizations. A quiet voice inside telling you that the path ahead will not be the same as the one behind you. Chosen one, this message is meant for you. There are seasons in life when everything feels ordinary, predictable, almost stagnant. But then there are sacred moments when the universe begins to move pieces into place. You may not see it yet, but the movement has already begun. For a long time, you have been carrying more than most people realize. Challenges that tested your patience. Situations that forced you to grow. Moments when you felt misunderstood, even isolated. And yet, you kept going. That resilience is not random. Chosen one, the struggles you faced were not meant to break you. They were preparing you. Think back to the times when you wondered why certain doors closed in your life. Why certain people walked away. Why certain paths suddenly disappeared just when you thought they were meant for you. At the time, it may have felt like loss. But now, you are beginning to understand something deeper. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually preparation. And sometimes, what feels like silence is actually guidance waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. That moment may be closer than you think. Lately, something inside you has been waking up. A quiet awareness. A feeling that your life holds more meaning than what you've experienced so far. You may notice that your perspective is changing. Things that once mattered deeply no longer hold the same power over you. Conversations feel different. Your energy feels different. You are not imagining this. Transformation rarely announces itself loudly. It begins quietly, like the first light before sunrise. Chosen one, something is being aligned in your life right now. Opportunities you cannot yet see. Connections that have not yet appeared. Clarity that is slowly forming within you. But here is the part many people misunderstand about this kind of transformation. Before something meaningful enters your life, there is often a period of confusion. A period where things feel uncertain. This is not punishment. It is part of the process. Because before you can step into something greater, you must release what no longer belongs in your story. You may have already noticed this happening. Old habits fading. Certain relationships becoming distant. Situations that once felt comfortable suddenly feeling out of place. This is not something to fear. It is something to understand. Chosen one, growth often requires separation. Not as loss, but as alignment. When something bigger is being prepared for you, your path must become clear enough for you to walk it without hesitation. That means distractions fade, false connections dissolve, and your spirit becomes stronger. This strength is something you may not fully recognize yet, but it has been forming inside you for years. Every challenge you overcame, every moment you chose hope over fear, every time you continued forward even when the road was uncertain, all of it was shaping the person you are becoming. And the truth is, not everyone is meant to carry that kind of strength. That is why you often felt different, more aware, more reflective, more sensitive to the energy of people and situations around you. You were never meant to follow every crowd or walk every road. You were meant to learn how to trust your inner direction. Because when the moment arrives, when the opportunity appears, when the path becomes clear, you will recognize it. Not because someone else tells you, but because something deep within you will already know. Chosen one, something significant is approaching in your life. It may arrive as a new opportunity, a new connection, a new sense of purpose, or it may appear as clarity, the kind that changes the way you see your entire journey. And when that moment comes, one thing will matter more than anything else. Your trust. Trust that everything you experienced was guiding you toward this point. Trust that even the difficult chapters had meaning. Trust that the path unfolding in front of you now is not random. It is part of something greater than you can fully see. But here is a gentle warning that many people overlook. When transformation begins, doubt often tries to return. Old fears may whisper. Old voices may question your worth. Old memories may try to convince you that nothing will change. Do not listen to those echoes. They belong to the past. The version of you that doubted your strength, is not the same person you are becoming now. You have grown. You have endured. You have awakened to something deeper inside yourself. And because of that, the future opening in front of you is different from anything you experienced before. Chosen one, something big truly is about to happen in your life. Not because of luck, but because you have reached the moment where preparation meets opportunity. And when those two forces align, powerful change becomes possible. So remain patient, stay aware, and most importantly, trust the quiet guidance within you. The journey ahead may surprise you, but it will also reveal just how strong, capable, and purposeful your spirit truly is. If this message resonates with you, if something inside you feels that this moment is part of your path, take a second to acknowledge it. Like this video, so more people who need this message can find it. Subscribe to the channel for more spiritual guidance and messages like this. And in the comments below, write the words, Chosen one. Sometimes the simple act of declaring who you are becoming is the first step toward the future that has been waiting for you all along. Chosen one. Before you go, there is one more thing you need to understand. Because the message you heard today is only the beginning. Many people search their entire lives for a sign, a moment, a message that confirms they are moving in the right direction. But the truth is, those signs often appear quietly, not with noise, not with spectacle, but with a feeling, a deep knowing in your spirit that something is shifting. And if you are still listening to this message right now, that may already be happening to you. There is a reason your journey has not looked like everyone else's. A reason your path has required patience. A reason your spirit has carried questions that others never seem to ask. You were not meant to live only on the surface of life. You were meant to see deeper, to understand things many people overlook, to grow through experiences that would have caused others to give up. And because of that, your story is different. But remember this carefully. Being chosen does not mean life becomes easier overnight. It means you become stronger. It means you begin to recognize your purpose with greater clarity. It means you learn how to walk forward even when the future is still unfolding. And that strength, that awareness, that quiet courage you've been building will soon begin to reveal why everything happened the way it did. There will come a moment soon when something finally makes sense. A connection, a conversation, an opportunity, or a realization that changes the way you see your entire past. And when that moment arrives, you may look back and realize that every step, even the painful ones, were guiding you toward this new chapter. Chosen one, the path ahead is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. Because once you begin to see your life through this deeper lens, something powerful happens. Fear loses its control. Doubt becomes quieter. And your spirit begins to lead you with confidence. That is when true transformation begins. That is when you stop waiting for permission from the world and start trusting the direction already placed within your heart. And if you are hearing this message today, take it as a reminder. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not wandering without purpose. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment of your journey. So keep moving forward. Stay patient with yourself. Stay open to the lessons life continues to reveal. And remember, sometimes the biggest changes begin quietly, long before anyone else can see them. But when the time is right, everything will start to make sense. Chosen one, your story is still unfolding, and something meaningful is waiting for you just ahead. If this message spoke to you today, let it be a moment of recognition. Like the video, so this message can reach others who may need it. Subscribe to the channel for more spiritual guidance and messages meant to strengthen your journey. And in the comments below, write these words with intention. Chosen one, because sometimes declaring it out loud is the first step towards stepping fully into who you were always meant to become. Chosen one, stay with this message for just a little longer. Because there is a deeper layer to what you're experiencing right now, something many people never fully understand until much later in their journey. You see, when a transformation is close, life often becomes unusually quiet for a moment, almost as if everything pauses. Plans slow down. Certain paths stop moving. People who once surrounded you begin to drift away. At first, this silence can feel confusing. You may wonder if you're doing something wrong, if you've taken a wrong turn, if somehow you lost the momentum you once had. But this stillness is not failure. It is preparation. Think about the moments before a storm breaks through the sky. The air becomes heavy. The world becomes silent. Everything seems to wait. And then suddenly, the energy shifts. Chosen one, that quiet moment before the shift is where you may be standing right now. Your spirit has been carrying something powerful for a long time. Not everyone could handle the experiences you've faced. Not everyone could endure the same level of emotional growth, reflection, and resilience that your journey demanded. But you did, even in moments when you felt exhausted, even when the path felt lonely, even when you questioned whether anyone truly understood what you were going through. And that perseverance, that quiet determination, has shaped something strong inside you, stronger than you realize. There are abilities within your spirit that have been growing quietly. Your intuition, your awareness, your ability to read situations and sense the truth behind people's intentions. You may have noticed that over time, your perspective has sharpened. Things that once confused you now feel clearer. Patterns become easier to recognize. You begin to understand who belongs in your life and who does not. This clarity is part of the awakening. Chosen one, when clarity increases, so does responsibility. Because once you see the truth, you can no longer pretend you don't. That means making decisions that honor your growth. It means walking away from environments that drain your spirit. It means choosing paths that align with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. And yes, sometimes that can feel uncomfortable. But transformation often requires courage. Courage to trust your instincts. Courage to follow a direction that others might not understand. Courage to believe that the quiet voice within you is guiding you somewhere meaningful. Because it is. There is something unfolding for you. A moment when opportunity and readiness will finally meet. It might arrive in a form you did not expect. A new door opening where you thought everything was closed. A conversation that sparks a new idea. A realization that shifts the way you see your entire purpose. And when it appears, it will not feel random. It will feel familiar, like something your soul has been quietly waiting for. But here is the key, chosen one. Do not rush the timing. The world often pressures people to hurry, to force progress, to chase outcomes before they are ready. But true alignment does not operate on pressure. It operates on timing. And divine timing moves differently than human impatience. Your role right now is simple, but powerful. Continue growing. Continue trusting your inner awareness. Continue preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for what is ahead. Because the moment that change arrives, the person you are today will be ready to receive it. And when that happens, the confidence you feel will not come from ego or pride. It will come from understanding. Understanding that every chapter of your journey had meaning. Understanding that the struggles were not punishments. They were lessons shaping your strength. Understanding that the quiet voice guiding you all along was always leading you toward this next phase of your life. Chosen one, you are closer than you think. Closer to clarity. Closer to purpose. Closer to the moment when everything begins to align in ways you could not see before. So keep your spirit steady. Keep your heart open. And remember that sometimes the most powerful transformations happen in silence, right before the world finally sees the light that has been growing within you all along. If you've stayed with this message until now, take that as a sign that something here resonated with your spirit. If it did, take a moment to support this message so it can reach others who may need it as well. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more messages meant to guide and strengthen your path. And in the comments below, write these words with intention. Chosen one. Because sometimes, acknowledging who you are becoming is the first step toward the life that has been patiently waiting for you. Sparkles.